It's a cold morning today. Yeah, I'd just like to follow up some of the things na binibenta nating idea to all of us, to people, and to our leaders. Siguro nanonood din naman kayo ng CNN, Al Jazeera, BBC, and everything, no? And I'm sure you're also updated sa even the impeachment of Trump, including that of the trade war ng US and China. I'd like to deal more on this. I'd like to acknowledge our board member Rudy De Asis, our provincial administrator, Manuel Rudy, all our consultants are here today, and all the department heads who came earlier, and who are all here today also, the department heads, including that of our assistant heads and everyone. And nandito our media friends, let's give them a round of applause also. And some of our guests and visitors, no, na nandito ngayon. If you notice, no, nagkaroon sila ng first phase of the agreement sa US and China. And ang daming sinasabi doon because it's the president of US against the vice premier only of China sitting down as his counterpart. No, so parang it is a way of it's more of a campaign propaganda than anything else. In fact, sinasabi nila the first phase of the agreement is not really an agreement but more on propaganda. Pero titignan nyo, no? Nagre-reklamo ang US dahil grabe yung trade gap. There's so much products na binibenta ng China sa US that practically all what you see in the US now is made in China. From housewares to machineries to practically everything, including clothing and lahat. No? So it's all made in China now. If you go to the United States of America. No, grabe yung trade deficit nila. Luging-lugi yung US because the biggest market is still in the world, still the US because of the buying capacity of people. And they have about 350 million people compared to China, no? So 1.3 billion people, but still not really the market of the world. That is why pag ang product mo naka-enter sa Amerika, talagang you hit the big time. But if you go to the US now, no, lahat, pati Nike, pati US brand, gawa na sa China. Dahil lahat yung mga US machineries, US brands, they all went to China when China opened up in the last 30 years, and they have produced all of these things at the lowest cost because of labor, which was quite low. And of course, power, including that of utilities, na mababa. So they produce it at a low cost. That is why, instead na i-produce nila sa Amerika, yung pinuproduce nila, ilagay nila sa China, i-export back nila sa Amerika, including American brands. That is why, yung trade deficit grabe. So, sabi ng US, this is unfair. No, dahil lahat na lang, binibili namin sa inyo. So, ang ginawa ng US was to impose taxes. New taxes on anything that comes from China. Siyempre, nagre-reklamo si China. And now, humihingi ng US na mag-supply naman kami sa inyo ng produkto namin. But China do not take anything from them. Now, kung nakita nyo yung first phase, ang ini-impose ng China na bilhin sa kanila, ay ini-impose ng US na bilhin sa kanila to have a trade agreement Nakita nyo, ewan ko kung nakita nyo sa CNN, sa BBC, sa Fox News, no? Sa Al Jazeera. Nakalagay doon kung ano yung mga bibilin. 1. Chicken. 2. Pork. 3. Beef. 4. Soybeans. All food products. Ang ini-impose nilang bilhin ng China sa kanila is 200 billion worth of food products. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you because can you imagine yung chicken meat, yung beef, yung pork, na yung, di ba, lahat ng kakainin nila sa China galing pa ng Amerika. Eh, nandito lang tayo sa Pilipinas. Just like what I'm telling you about 2 weeks ago, that all the beef of China comes from Brazil. Basically because wala silang pinoproduce ngayon na agricultural products in China. And I kept on telling you also dahil wala silang farmers, na young farmers. No, because it's a grading population, meaning tumatanda ang tao dahil wala silang mga kabataan katulad natin dito. That is why they do not want to go into agriculture because all the young people now are into manufacturing, into IT, and they're in the urban centers. And instead of producing rice, producing pork, producing chicken, which they could readily do, they'd rather produce graders, they'd rather produce cars, they'd rather produce computers, or anything that is of much, much bigger value. Dahil gusto nilang kumita. And they have become one of, if not, the richest in the world. I'm telling you this dahil, sabi ko nga, nobody believes na we could be a supplier of China if we could only connect with China. Can you imagine we're the nearest as far as Luzon and the Philippines is concerned. No, we're the nearest to them. Kahit na 1 kilo ng pork o 1 kilo ng beef, wala man lang tayo madala sa China. Or even to Hong Kong, or even to Taiwan, or even to Macau. That is why sabi ko, let us not lose hope. Let us think big. Let us do some bold moves. Hindi natin pag-awayan yung J.O. Kung ilang J.O. ang bawat isang board member, ang isang bawat congressman or vice governor or anuman dyan. This is too parochial. Masyado maliit na pag-aawayan. Diba? Sana makita natin ito. Because we have more grandiose and grandeur plans for our people to, diba? To prepare what is next for us. Because I heard na sinasabi daw na 1,000 daw yung J.O. ng governor's office. Bakit daw sa kanila wala pa 100? My God, sabi ko, you could not compare apples to oranges. You could not compare legislation to the executive functions. Diba? Paano mo i-compare yun? Iba yung trabaho nila, iba yung trabaho natin. Pag bumagyo, hindi sila pupunta doon. Tayo, tao natin yung pupunta doon. Ambulansya natin yung pupunta doon. Diba? Pag dumumi ito, hindi staff ng Sangguniang Panlalawigan at board member ang maglilinis dito. Diba? Pag nagka-problema sa tuwaw, kung ano man doon, di mangkarad ijay, hangay suda. Nagiging doctors tayo. Ano nga rin ti J.O.S. ti doctors, ano nga rin ti J.O.S. ti engineering tayo, ano nga rin ti J.O.S. ti pop tayo, ano nga rin J.O.S. ti at organizing tayo ito eh. Yan, adda i-check tayo. Hangay suda ti mabaon. So don't compare themselves to us. Because they kept on telling na kung meron daw reforma, dapat panggaling sa akin. Ako, hindi yata nila alam ang ibig sabihin ng reforma. Eh sabi ko ito dahil pwede mo ba i-compare si Senate President kay Presidente Duterte? Pwede mo ba i-compare si Vice President Robredo ko President Duterte? Eh, ang budget ni Vice President Robredo sa kanyang opisina is 500 million. Di ba? Ang budget ni Presidente Duterte, 3 trillion. Sana dalhin ni board member ito doon sa makasama ka. Hindi yata sila marunong pag-gobyerno. Especially your vice governor. I'm telling you this because we're losing time. No? Kailangan kayo, pinag-uusapan na natin kung paano natin connect. Kaya nga punta sila general sa PPA because the PPA is now so much wanting to get us to manage the port of Papari and advising us that we come up with our own port. I thought we build our own port now and plan out things because this is the only way we could connect to our markets. Alis to, no kaya't pulaing. Absuhol. 100 ka nung J.O. How will it affect us? To ti J.O. dam, tugaw inta. Ti J.O. tayo, baon nga baon tayo. Ti nagadunga trabaho kadakwada. Sa kayo man. Kayo nga. Kakantyawan pa tayo na bakit daw tayo trabaho ng trabaho. Parehas lang naman ang sweldo. I will never allow that to happen under my administration, especially now that I'm the one signing all these contracts. Because they used to sign it. Question natin. Let them go to court. But I'll never allow that to happen. Ang reforma, iwasan na natin yung dating trabaho na ghost project, ghost employee, yung undertime, yung tardiness, yung kuntsa-kuntsapas, yun lang natin natanggal natin unti-unti. Di ba? Yung babakim, lalakim, mag-girlfriend amin kay J.O.S. mo, and amin. Di ba? Nagkabuntis-buntis na, nagkaanak-anak na nga yung mga tao dyan. Wala namang nakasalanan, wala namang, di ba? Why should we go into that again? Yun na nga iniiwasan natin, yun nga tayo lumalayo. Ang nagbit, mayat, pinagpipintas na babae. Ang controlling dito bagay tayo. We consider ourselves a family here, trying to work together, trying to be as clean as we could in a very dirty environment. But that is why, di ba, is wala ko dyan, dito yung bishop to remind us, iso kanayon kayo na makibismisa, iso nga, ikabil tayo na yadidjay na, di ba, that's not for anyone, that's for all of us. I'm telling all the politicians that we could not be rich in politics unless we steal from government. To remind us that we are not here to make money, that we are here to dispense, di ba, sources of government for the interest of our people. Nasakit, nagsubli-subli tayo, isla tayo ubing, that we do not earn, we do not learn lessons from the past that we had. Diba? So that idigtada iti board member that 9 years, o manuti na konkreto da nga dalan ti 9 years. Diba? 37 kilometers, diba? Basic, 37 kilometers ang nasimento nyo ng 9 years. Sila yun lang dyan doon Ilan na yung nasimento natin? Ilan na napondohan natin? In just a matter of 3 years. Kaya't da, may pasikat to amin, Dr. Aramidi. Kaya't da, I will define everything that I did for this province. At mo, ipamukhat niya da, wanar aramid dito, for so long a time. Kaya't da, nga sa pasikat. Kitait mo, di mababainan namin. Sabi ko lang ito, it's time to stop. Nung makikadwa kay kanya, you follow yung lead ko. Sabi niya, hanyo guyudin siya, kaya aramid yung namade, ako ba si Gobernador. Si kayo ti may surot, na siya at na aramid ko. Kurihirin nyo, diya maling aramid. Kasi tati trabaho yun. Nanood na kayo ti agitiktar, ti papanak ay utininayo. Ang da kay hanak dapat ito, itap na madiktaran. Kaya to, I want you to come to your senses about all of these things. Because we just don't koto with people. Gapotag by vice Gobernador and the board member na they do not have the monopoly. My God, I know all of them. Amok amin na ginadita. So, hanggang suruan siya. Amok ti amada, amok ti inada, amok ti lelang na. Anak baro ito, nabayagat ito yun. I'm not perfect, but I learned my lessons through the years. That is why I'm asking you, koto with me. I'm meeting today. Let us make the province work for its people. Let us come up with the resources that it will be of its best use for our people and our people's interest and preparing the future. Ito'y ako, tinapanak ito'y. I do not know if you still doubt me after 3.5 years of being your governor. Mahal nyo ka masabayan, si siya siguro pumanaw ito'y. Siya siguro, resign kayo. Makita ko kaanduan, kaya ito may suro. Karamihan naman sa atin, gusto nila yung tama at gusto nila yung may direksyon. Because sayang itong pagkakataon na ito. Our people gave me the mandate, although most of you here did not vote for me. But our people outside there, I did not come here to impress you here. I came here to serve the people. Sila ang nag-upo sa akin dito, hindi kayo. So, kahit ayaw niyo sa akin, sumunod kayo. Dahil yun ang nag-upo sa akin. Mind you, hindi ko konti. Marami yung may gusto sa akin. How I learned and how I ran the show for the last 3.5 years or the last 3 years of my stint as your governor. And so, talo sila, ako nanalo, sumunod kayo. Kung hindi kayo makasunod, alis kayo. Kung hindi kayo makasunod, huwag kayo maingay. Dahil you could not pressure me into doing yung gusto niyo. You pressure me into doing what is best for our people and what is good for our people, I will be. I will readily submit. But kung interest nyo lang kitain niyo, apuhan nyo. So, magbaklain. Tapos tayo amin ito. Yeah? So, makitain tayo. Let's read. Let's see what's happening in the world. Let's read what is best for us. Let us read and prepare for what we could do to connect us. Let us read so that we could undo what was bad for us. Ako nilabanan kay Enrique, tumisang daw ako. It was a love-hate relationship. So it's time to find out how to go about things. Same is true with these NPAs. I did not just fought the NPAs for nothing for so many years. I tried to be with them, work with them, but iba yung nasa utak nila. So I got out. Now I am all out against them again because I saw na may makakasama ako dyan sa taas. But not for me, but for this nation, for our people, for the future. Kayat po ti nagado ti bodyguard na. Kayat po ti kadayo na nakabag ti paltog ko. Kayat po ti naka-armalite ayon ti ba? Pati kayat ako. Ang commit kayo at bodyguard, but I have wars to win, I have battles to fight. And I do not intend to lose in these battles, in this war. That is why I take the risk. And I hope you see it. Kaya hanggang pwede nga, mabotboting tayo ng kanayan, okay na na. Nukas dito kayo tiyo, tayo kakadwa. Tapos lumanlaban tayo para mapaganda ang sitwasyon. The object of war is always peace. You go to war to have peace. You go to war to provide direction. You kill people to have better lives and better future. Ganon yung laban. Hindi ka lumanlaban for the heck of laban-laban. Lumanlaban ka dahil may gusto ka gagawin. And I hope they see this, and I hope we all see this. Anong klaseng existence ang meron tayo dito kung panaibag-bagi tayo natin kitain tayo? So, sana makita niyo ito. And I hope na along the way, diba? Hindi tayo parokyal lang, yung bukas na makikita natin. Hindi Kaya nga tayo leader because we have plans 20 years from now, 30 years from now. Kaya nga tayo leader, tayo nakakakita ng solusyon sa mga problema. Kaya nga tayo leader, dahil tayo nakakakita sa problema na hindi nakikita ng iba. Tayo rin nakakakita ng solusyon na hindi rin nakikita ng iba. That's why we lead. Diba? Kung hindi nyo kaya yun, do not lead. Just be a follower. Let the others who could do it lead and follow suit. Kaya kayo nasa gobyerno. Ay, tutulungan natin yung tao. Tulungan natin magplano, tulungan natin tumingin, tulungan natin mag-solve ang problema, tulungan natin gawing mas maganda. Kaya tayo nandito. And I hope you see this. Because if we don't do it now, we lose chances. Sabi mo nga, we want China, we want to supply to China, but China is doing its thing also. Kaya nga two-child policy na sila from one-child policy because yung demography nila, di ba? Mas marami na yung old kesa sa young. Sabi nila, two-child policy na tayo. Hindi na tayo mahirap ngayon. Kaya na natin mabuhay ng 2 bata sa bawat mag-asawa. So in due time, in 10 to 20 years, yung pagkukulang nila, magtatrabaho sa agriculture, may ibsan na nila, masusuplayan na nila. We lose the chance again to supply. By that time, they are into agriculture, they are into technology, they are into everything. And they do not need to prioritize kung nasaan na. Because they could address anything, because they have ample amount of manpower, human resources. Habang wala yun, ino-offer natin yung ating probinsya na napakaliit para mag-supply, para mag-connect. And I hope our politicians, katulad ng ating Vice Governor at members of the board, makita nila yun. Dampel na kami. Makita nila yun. Kung away-away ang gawin natin dito, we end up doing nothing for our people in the years to come. Mababawi tayo nito. Makapay pa inauna tayo ti job order. Paglalabanan, pinauna tayo ti MOOE. O pinilana, walulos ang kwarta. Sensya kayo. I-explain ko lang. Dapat na amoyo, naapay ka ba, dapat nga kumontra tayo. Naapay ka agpiyok tayo. Naapay ka agargyu tayo. Ano, mabuting tayo nga kumontra, mabuting tayo agargyu, mabuting tayo nga magibagati, mali. And you do not deserve to stand up here and lead. That is why there are leaders. Dahil sila nagsasabi kung may problema, isudat ang buhit, isudat ang mag-interaksyon, isudat ang mablame, isudat ang agaranin, solusyon. Data ti trabaho ni. Sabi ka na kayo, mga department heads, trabaho yung data. Kayo ang gen-inta, mahal niyo maruntang na data, ang absent ina. nga empleyado yo. Awang kwentayo agli. Hanggang si kayo, yung mga rugi, ipagsaatan, ito po opisina nyo. Just like me also. Awang kwentak ito'y no hanggang bagato mali. Awang kwentak ito'y no kabuting ko ito makipag-argue. Awang kwentak ito'y no hanggang may tured, mangikat, hindi mablaban. Para ti interest, ti Cagayan, ti tao, ti Cagayan. Didilain nga po. Sana, we are all leaders here in our own small constituency. We have our own influence in a sphere. Do it. Because this is the only way. This is the only way na maikkan tayo ito direksyon. Tao tayo, ti pamilya tayo, ti komunidad tayo, ng rona, iti probinsya tayo tayo. So again, thank you so much for all of you listening, and thank you so much for being here again. Thank you, and God bless, and good morning.